Hi. Um, I was going to. Where is it? Oh, it's funny. I was going to. Oh, I've been wanting to talk about relationships, but there's so much to talk about relationships that I'm gonna leave that for another day. And because I wanted to talk about network marketing, believe it or not, I am in network marketing. And believe it or not, because I think there's a lot of misconception about it, and I was one to have uh, a negative impression about network marketing. But now that I'm in and with a good company, I love it. So I'm gonna explain and share a little bit about my personal experience in network marketing. Obviously, it's different for everyone, but funny because I've been kind of like off the market for a little bit, the networking market for a few months, and I know some people have been wondering why and what's happened and what's happening, and even some people thought I was completely done with it, but I'm not at all. Um, so funny enough, today I had the whole day I was thinking about I have to talk about this because I think I have a good story to share. And I went to pick up this book for my friend. I can't see. The Glitter Plan, which is a story about Juicy Couture. And and also funny about timing, how things happen, and I think they all kind of happen for a reason in our lives, and we just need to pay attention to what's happening. But around March, and it was my 40th birthday this year, so in March, my birthday, I was sick. Really, I had like a cold and a lot of allergies, which also coincidence I started sneezing today. But and I had been trying to figure out how I could do the network marketing business in a way that not only I was comfortable with it, but I was happy and in love with it. And I started reading that book, and it really helped me be okay with it. So here's what happened. How I found out about this company, and the company is Legal Shield. I'm not going to talk about the company. I'm not going to talk about the services. I'm going to talk about my personal experience with the company. So my son was maybe 1 year old. He's 7 now, and I was in a Mommy and Me group, and I met Liz Fu. So Liz was my friend from the Mommy and Me group, and our kids are the same age, and they're baby friends, and we became best friends. One day, so a friend of ours, when I first met Liz, I remember she was pregnant with Lucas. She had a baby, and she was already pregnant, and she was really well dressed. She went to this play date, and she was wearing kind of like a suit. And our friends told me that she worked either for a law firm or with something law related. So I thought Liz was an attorney. Soon after that, I had some legal issue. So I called Liz and I said, Liz, I need help. Aren't you an attorney? She said, no. I said, well, do you work for a law firm? She said, no. Are you a paralegal? What do you do? She said, well, this is what I do. I work with this company, and we do this kind of services, which is legal protection on a membership basis. So I don't remember details, but I think she told me how much it was, and I was like, oh great, so sign me up. What do I do? So she signed me up, and I became a member, and I've been a member since then. That was 6 years ago. I've used the services, I love it, and then 6 years later, So JJ is 7, he's 7.5. So it's like 5 to 6 years later. I was kind of looking for something different to do work-wise. I already had my event childcare services, but that's it's once in a while that I have an event to do. So I was looking for something more regular that I could do from home. But I thought that I knew what Liz did at that point, because I'm in her meetup group for moms who work from home. And I used to go to her meetup group event at the park, at the playground, to expose my services with event childcare. So I knew what she did, but I thought, because she's so sweet and nice and outgoing, that there's no way I could do what she does. But I thought Jay, my husband, could do it. And we were probably kind of struggling financially, and I might have suggested that he did Legal Shield. And at the first time he said no. And then someone told him, oh, you should do this because it's great. So I asked Liz, I said, if we're interested, if Jay's interested in doing it, how can he do it? So after that, we went on a play date at the park with the kids. And she said, oh, I brought you some information if Jay's still interested. And I said, okay. And I said, oh, it's so weird. I had some identity theft problems, and I'm struggling with that. It's crazy, your information's online. She said, oh, we have identity theft protection. I'm like, oh my God, how come you never told me? Is it new? She said, no, it's not new. So I signed up for that. So bottom line is, I've been a member for many years. Never thought of working with it because I just thought it wasn't for me. Jay, although he thought it was a great idea, he was so busy with golf, he couldn't focus on something else. So I thought, I'm gonna do it. She told me about an event, and I couldn't go to an event before because JJ was young and I didn't have anyone to watch him. And the event were at night, the event where they explain what the business is. So finally, JJ was, he was sick, 5. So I then trusted a babysitter. So I left him with a babysitter, and I rushed to the event, and I said, I'm not going to stay throughout the whole thing, because I don't want to leave him for too long. So I went. It was amazing. It was exactly what I wanted to do, and it answered all my questions. So I signed up. And it was really special I'm gonna get emotional. It was really special to me because it was at a time where I felt alone, and I didn't have a purpose. I was looking to connect and to find some sort of community, and I kept thinking it was family. It had to be my family. But so along with the business, what's it called, like the business structure, there's a whole other aspect of being involved with the company that really helped me come from, I don't want to say a dark place, but from a more like a sad, phase in my life. I was sad. So connecting with people in different levels, meeting people who are looking to succeed, people who are looking to have a good product to sell or to expose to people, and meeting new friends. So that all came together in a time that I really needed it. It was kind of like, some say it's a cult. I don't know what that means, but to me it was kind of like it's a combination of going to church and business school. So I was really happy because it was exactly what I wanted to learn about, in a way that was attractive and fun, and it really helped me emotionally. And yes, I would go, and I still wish I could go. I want to go more. I took a break, but I'll get into that. I would go to events, and every event, so these are kind of like classes that we go to. And I was so thankful because it's basically the cheapest class I've ever been to. And I learned so much. I learned so much about business and sales because I'm not comfortable with sales at all. But it made me comfortable my own way. So they teach you. When I started the business, I had my own idea, which was more of a traditional business way of doing it. And along the way, I kind of clashed with what they were teaching us and what my vision was. And I heard from different people, not necessarily in the business, but that's not the way to do it. Oh, that's not gonna work. Or no, you should do it this way. You should do. So I got confused. I got really confused, and I wasn't as happy. So I had to step back and take some time off to breathe a little bit and try to really restructure what I was doing and figure out exactly what and how I want to do this. So that happened, and that's when I read that book, the book that I mentioned in the beginning, The Glitter Plan, because they created a very successful business their own way, their own style that hadn't been done before, and they were criticized, but they just kept on pushing, and it worked. Obviously, with when you're partnering with a company, an existing company, you're more limited than your own business, but which is a good thing. It means they're successful, they've already done it, it worked. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this. I already knew the service, I knew the product, I love it, I knew it worked, and the business structure is so good that it's so easy to just start and do it. But because I'm not a salesperson and I don't feel comfortable just randomly approaching people and really selling, or I wanted to kind of slightly change it so that I'm comfortable doing it. I forgot what I was gonna say. So that's what happened, and now I'm just getting back on track. I'm still, trying to really see how I'm gonna feel comfortable doing. But the reason to why I was skeptical about network marketing was because when I first moved to LA, and that was probably 1997, I was looking for work, and I went to a Herbalife meeting, and I sat there for like what seemed to be an eternity. It was probably like 3 hours. I was 19 years old, 20. So I sat there, and at the end of the meeting, they said, okay, so you have to buy these products. And it was like $300 worth. And then you have to sell it. I'm like, wait, I have to buy all these vitamins that I'm not gonna use. Who am I gonna sell these to? And I don't have the money. I'm just looking to make money. Obviously, so my case in Legal Shield, it was the reverse because I already had the product. So I didn't have to invest in something that I wasn't sure I was gonna use it. So I already had it. I was using it anyway. I just had to buy the business plan, sort of, which is affordable comparing to, and I've done my own businesses, so I know what it costs to build and run a website, what it costs to, you know, get a business license or things like that. So it was easy for me to get involved. But in the beginning, with other companies, I was always standoffish. And I have been offered or invited to work with other network marketing companies, and I don't even want to hear about it, because this is it. There's only one, because I believe in the service. I know the quality, and it's a happy environment. It's a happy company. It's positive, and yeah. So I just wanted to share, because also because the reason to why I kind of had to step back a little bit was because, you know, complications at home. So I had to take some time to, you know, be happy again. But so I don't think a lot of people know I do this. I do it. It's not the only thing I do it. It's not only, I'm not like, I was gonna say I'm not a huge network marketing person, but I don't even know what that means. But yeah, so thank you for watching. I've seen other companies that do it's a network marketing structure, and a lot of them seem to have a good structure. I think that I recommend for people who want to work for themselves, have their own business, but don't want to go through the stress. I mean, first of all, people that don't have an idea or product or service to sell, but want to have the freedom of being a business owner without a high investment. So, and I recommend for people that are depressed, people that are sad, and they need a little bit of motivation. So it's to me it's a good combination of, you know, personal development, motivation, goal setting, and work. You're not just going to work to just do what you have to do. You're doing something with a great support and that you feel good about doing. So yeah, I like it. Thank you. Bye bye.